Hey everybody, welcome back. My name is Duran and I'm going to answer the question, I'm brand new to nutrition. Where do I start? So, nutrition can be a very, very confusing thing, especially for a beginner. When we're talking about a beginner, nobody's a beginner at nutrition. Everybody eats food. So, everybody has experience with what we're calling nutrition, right? But with nutrition, most people are just talking about conscious altering or conscious changing of their diet to get a certain effect. Okay? The difference is for a period of your life, you were unconscious about nutrition, or you were just unconscious about what you were putting in your body and how it was impacting you. Okay? How it was impacting your physical body, your health, your mind, all of those things. So there was just an unconscious area. What does that mean? That means that food was driven by compulsive cravings. Food is thought of as whenever I'm hungry, whatever sounds good, that's just what I'm going to eat. Okay, and there's no additional thought to how the food that I'm putting in my body is affecting my body. Okay, now everybody has this idea. Everybody knows that certain things are healthier than other things, but it's not like that. Okay, there's a certain level of unconsciousness or not enough attention being paid. Okay, on one end. So when you're asking the question, I'm new to nutrition, where do I start? This is the first step of you taking to now try to be more conscious about what you're eating, which means you're trying to pay more attention to what you're eating because you want a certain effect. You want your body to be in a certain way. You want to make certain changes, whether that's weight loss, whether that's you have some chronic disease, whether that's, whatever it may be. Maybe you have high blood pressure, maybe you have a heart condition, maybe there's 1,000 different reasons, okay, why people try to change their diet or try to become more conscious about what they eat. And so you're just taking that step. The great part is that you've been eating your whole life, so you have experience with nutrition. You have a whole lifetime's worth of experience. Okay, that's the great part. This isn't something nutrition, contrary to what a lot of people will tell you, nutrition isn't something that all of a sudden you start doing. Oh my gosh, now I'm learning about nutrition, and I got to learn all these things about nutrients and protein and carbs and fats and dieting and all this stuff, right? Doesn't have to be that way. You have a whole lifetime's worth of experience about what food goes in the body and how the body feels. Ultimately, this is what we're looking at. When we talk about nutrition, it's all about this. It's all about I experience my life through my feelings. When I feel good, that's how my life experience is. I have a high quality of life. I feel good. Okay? When my feelings are not good, when I feel sick, when I feel tired, when I feel lethargic, when I feel overweight, when I feel sluggish, when I feel, pain, disease, whatever those other unpleasant feelings are, I still feel them. Okay? So we can bottle this down. Okay, this nutrition thing, we can bottle this down. We can bring this down to a very simple concept. It's how you feel. Okay? And you want to start, the reason you're asking this question is because you want to start feeling differently. And now there's a little bit of awareness coming within you now you know that I can start to change on purpose how I feel based on what goes in my body. And you're like, so I can purposely change what I'm putting in my body, and that can change my feelings and how I'm experiencing life. Boom, let's try it. Okay, so that's where we're at right now. When we ask that question, I'm new to nutrition, where do I start? That's where you're at. So you're wanting a little bit of guidance onto what kinds of foods can I put in my body to change how I'm feeling, okay? So nutrition can get very confusing, and that's because people want to make it confusing, okay? It can be as simple as a little grain of sand. It can be that simple, okay? But the human mind loves to make things more complex than they really are. Here's the deal. I'm not going to tell you about protein, carbs, fat, different diets, none of that. We're going to go to the simplest explanation, the simplest piece of advice I can give you, okay, to get started. And you can go into as much depth and as much exploration as you want to go into, and that's wonderful. But this is the foundation of it, okay? This is the foundation. The food you eat becomes your body. When you eat a banana, when you eat a cheeseburger, when you eat a steak, when you eat an apple, whatever you eat, that food becomes your body. The body transforms that food into human body. That's why you started off as a tiny baby and now you're this big, okay? Human body. Food becomes human body. So not only does the food become human body, what does that really mean, okay? It means, the body's needs building materials, it's building it up, it needs energy, it needs a lot of things. But ultimately, what's happening is the quality of the food becomes the qualities of the body. What does that mean? This is what it means. Qualities are things to describe how we're feeling or how things are, right? Hot is a quality. Cold is a quality. Sharp is a quality. Wet is a quality, right? There's a lot of qualities. Living is a quality. Death is a quality. Qualities are just words to describe things, right? So if you were outside in the snow, okay, you're outside playing around in the snow for 4, 5, 6 hours, what qualities are you experiencing? You're going to be cold and you're going to be wet probably, right? That's how you feel. The qualities are how you feel. You're cold and wet, okay? Because the qualities of outside have kind of made that happen to you. Your body has taken on the qualities of outside. The same thing happens with food. Food has certain qualities, right? So when you come outside from being cold in the snow, are you going to eat a bowl of ice cream that's cold? No, you're not. Innately, your body wants to balance out that quality. It doesn't like feeling so cold and wet. So what does it do? It reaches for something warm, some hot chocolate, some coffee, a soup, right? Trying to balance that out. So the same thing goes for all food, okay? All food has different qualities, and these different qualities of the food become the qualities of our body. So the most basic fundamental qualities we can talk about before we get into all kinds of crazy details with qualities, because there's many of them. And more specifics, and that can lead you into more specific ways to balance out how you're feeling. But ultimately, the foundation here is life and death, the qualities of life and the qualities of death. Okay, how do you want to experience your life? Do you want to experience it with the qualities of life, light, energy, joy, exuberance, right? Being able to do what you want. No sickness, no disease, just throbbing with life? Or do you want to experience the qualities of death, lethargy, sickness, disease, sluggishness, right? You just want to feel, that's not life, right? So those are death-like qualities. So ultimately it's this. If you are a beginner in nutrition and you want to know something, the qualities of the food that you eat will become the qualities of your body, okay? And if you want to experience life, okay, the lifelike qualities, you need to eat more food that's alive, whole plant foods, minimally processed foods. If you want to experience the feelings of death in your body, sickness, disease, overweight, all of those things, sluggishness, you eat foods that are more death-like in their qualities, which are foods that are not alive, highly processed foods. Okay? Now, there's a lot we can go into after this, but for this discussion, it's simply that. You have a whole lifetime's worth of experience. But the most important thing that you need to understand is if you want to experience the qualities of life, you need to eat more foods that are alive, whole plant foods, and eat less foods that are highly processed. Those are the death-like foods, okay? Hopefully that makes sense, you guys. If you have any more questions, please let me know. You can check out some of the other videos where I'm answering some of the most common questions that people have about dieting when they're beginners. And I'm coming at this from a perspective of a holistic nutritionist, coming at this from a perspective that's very, very simple, and that is using what you already have within you to know what's best for your body. Okay? Thank you guys very much. Have a wonderful day.